Armstrong calls it a liquidity crisis that we have, a full-blown liquidity crisis. This is also with an additional $60 billion a month for QE money printing, and here we have the Federal Reserve cutting rates and saying, well we're done. Something big is wrong. Some big problems is wrong. Armstrong says that the real big problem is in the EU, and Deutsche Bank is at the center of it. And I want to just bring up Deutsche Bank here in just a minute. Here's Deutsche Bank, and I've been telling you to watch this. And we had Nenner on, and this thing got down to 644. He said at 640 price per share, 640, that the bank would go right to zero. And then it got to 644, and boom, it bounced off. But it lost. Listen, it lost almost 1.5% today at 725. Deutsche Bank DB is down, more than 9% this week alone. It was 804 on Monday, and now it's 723. That's only what an 80-point swing, 79 points, 79 cents. But when you're $8, 79 cents a lot, it's 10%, right? And so Deutsche Bank is at the center of this problem. They've been laying people off lately and all that. But it's not just Deutsche Bank. I think all the banks there are many banks are in trouble. Armstrong says, quite simply, the banks don't trust each other. So the Fed is stepping into the repo market. And then you have this bizarre thing that when the banks don't trust each other, isn't that what happened when Lehman went under? The banks didn't trust each other, and it couldn't get funding, and they didn't trust their collateral. Boom, and crash it went. Same thing with Bear Stearns, although they were able to engineer a giveaway to J.P. Morgan and monetize all the debt off the bank's book. Jamie Dimon was so brilliant for that. I mean, they took, I don't know, $50-60 billion off their books, and Jamie Dimon ended up with it. Brilliant. But anyway, that's what happened in 2008. But DB is at the center of this. And then you have, and who knows what is causing this credit contraction where people need money. Does Boeing need money? They haven't sold a 737. I mean, they had an awful experience, Boeing, with all the people holding up signs of their dead relative that was on a 737 MAX. They're not selling any planes. Are they in trouble? I mean, Boeing could be in real trouble here. Ford Motor Company's credit was cut to junk. They were down 6% on Thursday because, oddly enough, Deutsche Bank downgraded them. General Electric, according to the guy that busted the Bernie Madoff scam, Marco Polos, says they're a scam bigger than Enron, General Electric, GE. There's lots of trouble out there. There's lots of trouble out there and lots of shaky stuff going on. But Deutsche Bank's at the center, and I keep bringing up Deutsche Bank because back in 2016, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, deemed Deutsche Bank, DB, as the most systemically dangerous bank in the world. Well, they have $40-50 trillion, staggering amount of derivative exposure, debt bets. Now, how does that bank go under and makes everybody whole? And their bets are going to be paid off. I don't know, but again, the great Martin Armstrong, who's been a guest on this site, says that, the banks, quite simply, don't trust one another. And we're just talking for overnight money here. And meanwhile, with the interest rate cut, actually gold reacted the way it would normally if it wasn't everything wasn't entirely contrived and entirely manipulated. And intervention happening all the time. Gold jumps back above $1,500. It was $1,512 overnight. Dollar dives to 3 months low. The $15.12 for gold and AU. Silver is back over $18. I still think silver is a deal. I don't sell anything. You can't buy anything from me, but I think silver's a deal. People always ask me about, what do poor people do? I don't know, buy food, buy some canned food, buy some water, maybe every couple of weeks, maybe cut that cell phone package you have, that data package, and get off that. Maybe buy yourself an ounce of silver every couple of weeks when you get paid. I don't know. But that's how, people get rich incrementally. People don't win the lottery to get rich. They get rich by doing little things over and over again. It's a cumulative wealth building. It's kind of like the opposite of a cumulative error. If you're off, a quarter of an inch when you're building a deck, it's not completely square, and then you off a quarter of an inch, and then by the time you get all the way over to the other side of that 20-foot deck, wow, you're off about 1.5 inches. Cumulative error. That's what happens when you make one stupid decision after another. Nobody down loans for houses. Yeah, I'll roll my closing cost into my loan. A 0% financing for a car where the whole nut, you got it, that you haven't put a single penny down. Oh, sure, I'll make, 72 months of payments. Stupid, 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 stupid. So, we just got a lot of that going on in our country. And the big institutions are not doing great. And that's the reason why I brought up the car loan thing.